China is mad at Israel. China literally said, quote, "It is incumbent on Israel to stop this bombardment of Lebanon." Well, first, you have to understand why China has come out and said this, and it's not for no reason. China said this when they were talking about something the United Nations is doing as well. That's also been announced in the last 24 hours. And what that is the United Nations has come out and announced that by the end of the year, their peacekeeping troops that are in Lebanon are going to be withdrawn. And they actually said the reason for that is that too many of those peacekeeping troops are being killed by the Israelis. In other words, Israel isn't listening to the United Nations, so it's kind of pointless having the troops there. Now, China came out and actually condemned the United Nations for doing this. China said, of all times to pull the peacekeeping troops out, now is the worst time. China said, quote, "The view of the overwhelming majority of the Security Council is that this is not really the time to withdraw out of that part of the country." China said, quote, "We believe that we should revisit the decision to withdraw the peacekeeping troops." Now, of course, there's a ceasefire in Lebanon at the moment between Israel and Hezbollah. However, Israel isn't really following it, and neither is Hezbollah. They're both fighting and firing missiles and things at each other. And over the years, the United Nations has had peacekeeping troops there many times, but never have they worked. The Israelis and Hezbollah have never listened to them and never followed the ceasefires. And so now the United Nations has decided, you know what, this is too big a risk to our peacekeeping troops, so we're just going to pull them out. China has condemned the United Nations for doing that.